Hi everyone, I'm super excited to be here tonight to talk about my idea. Thanks for coming. My name is Jessie Bradish and I'm pitching ShowerPonic produce, and I was feeling really on point when I wrote that summary, so you'll be seeing a lot of that today. It's a vegetable production company that also has fish involved, and it's based on aquaponic technology. So it does start with a problem, which is our current agricultural system. There's a lot of waste and inefficiencies environmentally and also economically. And as water becomes more scarce in California, fossil fuel resources and climate change are all coming down the pipe, we simply can't afford to continue with this very inefficient system. The first issue is food miles. A lot of you probably heard the average particle of food travels 1,500 miles to your plate. In California, we grow that food, but we pay a price with the nitrogen runoff that leads to dead zones in our rivers and lakes. And even though you have to ask for a glass of water, we spend 80% of our water on growing our crops in California. And if that doesn't seem like a problem to you, it's really wasteful. 80% of every dollar you spend on food goes to either packaging, marketing, or transportation. The farmer only gets 20 cents. And in California, obviously, we know that our migrant workers are severely underpaid. So instead of just wasting all of that money, maybe we could provide high-value jobs to people that are growing for local, healthy produce for their own communities. And luckily, aquaponics offers solutions to all of those problems. It basically mimics a pond ecosystem, so it's biodynamic, it's very low input, and the fish are the fertilizer. They're breathing out ammonia that is converted by nitrifying bacteria into usable plant food, and the plants are cleaning the water at the same time. It's combining two technologies: hydroponic vegetable growing, some of you may be familiar with, and aquaculture, which is fish farming, and it makes a closed loop system, or it's a very low input system. The main input is fish food, and this is just one example of how you could sort of visualize. It's basically fertilized irrigation. There's a lot of advantages. It's extremely low input. It's also organic. You don't have to use any fertilizers or pesticides. It uses 95% less water than traditional farming. The only water loss is evaporation. That could be really huge for the Salinas Valley where I live right now. But I'm also from Chicago, and you can grow indoors, so you could grow year-round. So this is acceptable for any latitude, and you can scale it. I have a backyard system right now, but you can also do it on a commercial level. So I'm in a prototype phase. I put a bathtub in my backyard that I bought for $30, and with my friends this spring, started to build a two-tiered system. And then the raccoons ate my fish, so I had to get that chicken wire. And but now we have more fish. So this is what it looks like. It's on an automatic watering timer, and the media beds fill with water, and then they drain through a bell siphon. You can see how there's these little cubies so that the basil and the lettuce have something to grow inside of. And then this was a really amazing technology to me. Gravity can actually just drain it back down into the tub where the fish live. So that is not what I would be scaling up. I'd be building a much more commercial looking system when I go on. But I did win a business plan competition with this pitch in the spring. So I think that I've got a lot of traction in the county. And I do think that Salinas is really worried about this water issue. Like, they're aware that they've absolutely maxed out their credits. Competition, I see it as collaboration. I've talked to a lot of these people. They're as excited about the technology as I am. What are we, like less than 0.01% of the market? So everybody's banding together against commercial ag. And I'll be selling directly to restaurants and caterers, really high profit herbs to begin to pay off my investment as soon as possible, but I'd love to do a CSA. You can grow dozens of types of vegetables in the system. You can grow trout and perch and tilapia and carp as if you have the fish. I think fish is another issue. For $150,000, I could put up a 6,000 unit greenhouse and achieve payback in under 4 years when I get to move on to the really exciting stuff, which is putting in kits that are really proven and tested into institutional kitchens, like schools, like hospitals, like army bases, any cafeteria that has to feed a lot of people with not a lot of money. They could be offering a lot more healthy, locally grown produce and be providing jobs. So in summary, whether you're worried about like the water use issue, the dead zones, climate change, 9 billion people, or you just think it's a waste of all that money, aquaponics can be the solution. I'm open for questions. Thank you.
Amazing how everyone really practiced to get this thing to 5 minutes.